Hi everyone. I just want to reply to Fun Times Dad's comment for himself and for anyone else who is interested, because I believe this is a very good opening to speak on energy and how we all perceive it, and how, in my belief and my knowledge, how I know this all works. So, in terms of energy and whether you have two choices to be sick or well, I believe that to be very true. But again, it's all down to your perception of it, your belief system, what is instilled in you, and how you absorb it all. So, in terms of energy, we all have an energy field. At minimum, it is 7 feet out from us. So, with everything surrounding us, that is our thoughts, our emotions, what's happening internally, what's happening externally, other people's energy that they give off, it's like, one energy field will hit another energy field, they come in contact, some things cling. We can take it in or we can expel it. There's lots of different ways of doing that, but how it impacts us is if we keep it in our energy field, if it's something we truly believe, if it's something instilled in us, that could be through generational trauma, generational beliefs, what's passed down to us, what stuff has impacted us in our youth that has clung on and gone deep within that energy field. The longer we hold something, the further in it gets until it seeps inside of us. When we don't process that, that comes out in some way as some form of illness. With some, it's mental illness, it could be physical illness. Everything has an impact. Everything comes in, and it's up to us whether we get it out. How I do that is with my energy work. So I work with people's energy fields. I have many healing modalities that I have learned throughout life. I have some from my own experience with spirit and working with different energies in different places. And we all can work on the energy field. I also can help teach people how to do that as well, because that knowledge is there for everyone. Whether you're going to live or die, the other comment, it's all going to happen at some stage, and believe it or not, we determine when. We have this all sewn up before we come here. Whether it's going to happen is inevitable, but how you process it, how you deal with it, and how you face it, that again is up to you. Your self-limiting beliefs, what you expect, your perceptions, it's all there. You have the choice in how you face it all, how you hold it all, how you believe it all, what your opinion on it all. At the end of the day, it all comes back to you. Whether you're going to go to heaven or hell, again, that is your perception. Everyone has one. So, in my view, what I know about heaven and hell, I know heaven, as we call it, is just eternal freedom. So imagine in your life now, you're a fish swimming in the big ocean. We're all fishes that come from the big ocean. We are all at one with the ocean. When we are born, it's like this little fishbowl being put around us in that ocean. The fishbowl is your physical body. We are still there in that ocean. We are still fishes. We still have that freedom, but it's limited by that body, which is the fishbowl. We can still enjoy the little bits, but we're not getting the full picture of it. We're not feeling all that we can feel. We don't have all that limitless expansion. When we die, it's the fishbowl coming out. We're just put back in the ocean and we're free to be again, and to be with all who has come before us, all who is ahead of us, all. It is just utter freedom. What we perceive as hell is our beliefs. So your fears, your beliefs, your perception, everything that's been passed down to you from your ancestors, all that they believed. When we think of ancestors now, we think, oh, they're the all wise ones that know it all. They weren't that in life. They know it now. They know it from experience, because when we choose life, we choose the experiences. That's why we come here. If we could have it all and just stay in the bliss of the all-knowing, all-expansion, utter freedom. But we want to live, we want to feel, we want to experience. When you're up there is such high vibration, you're in the joy, you're in the love, you're in the gratitude, you're in the understanding, you're in the zen. But we like the rainbows, we like the spectrums, we like the flow of different things, and with that we want to feel, we want to experience, we want to truly understand it all. That's the light and the dark. We want we want the full picture. And that's why we choose to come down to life, to learn, to experience, and then we can share that. We can share that and then raise the vibration here, bring it up, instead of going through the same circles of the same cycles of life and earth, and the different ones we've gone through where we've lived, we've expanded, and then we've kind of self imploded because we just get too greedy and we just want the power. But we're learning a bit different now, and we're doing it a bit differently now. And with everyone that has tapped into their inner potential, their inner wisdom, we're coming to share that and help other people do the same. So going back to our version of hell, it is what you believe it is. Energy tends to, the energy you hold within works from your filing cabinet of information that you hold within your conscious and your subconscious. And it will deliver to you what you truly believe. So what you fear, what you imagine, what's instilled in you for so long, what's been told to you, what you've been surrounded by, and what you have absorbed is your version of hell. That's why when there's people that talk about their near-death experiences, or they've passed and died for a couple of minutes and came back, you hear so many different stories, and they're all very true. None of them are lying, but they are what they expected it to be. It's worked from their subconscious part of their mind and manifested that in the images in their pineal gland and what's expressed into their mind. That was their version of it. And if you believe there is going to be a hell, you're going to meet your version of hell. Like, I remember there was that story, I don't know, it's going back 2 or 3 years, of the priest that said he passed on, and when he was there, what he experienced was Rihanna's song, is it S&M song, being replayed over and over and over and over again. And you can see how in his inner belief system it would be that, and that is what he experienced. Again, it's all down to what you're holding, what you believe to be true, and your perception of it. And everyone has their right to their own opinion. Everyone has their perception. When it is yours, it is true to you. No one's right, no one's wrong. There is just other alternatives to it. And all those alternatives and all those expectations and all those belief systems depend on what you do with your energy, what you are willing to accept, what you're willing to keep, and what you're willing to let go of. But fundamentally, with that, I do believe you have 2 options: the inward and the outward, the empowered and the disempowered. But all that is up to you. What you want to keep can make it a bit more complicated, can make it a bit more work, can make it a bit more effort. That's your choice. Everyone has their choice.